Hey everyone, this is Rachel and welcome to another scrapbooking process video. If you hang out until after the video is through, there are always detailed shots of my current layout. Let's get going! Hey everyone, I am once again at my crop that I went to back in March 2019, and this time I am working with a line by Kat Martin. She is a YouTuber and she does digital products, and she created this line called Norwegian Woods, and then Cheeky Studio, which is a small scrapbooking business that also has a little kit club as well. They went ahead and did a limited run of her products. And so it's the papers, I got the flare, and I got the die cuts. So I knew definitely be able to use my stash to fill in any other products I felt I needed for this line. So I'm working with that. And as you can see at the beginning, I had originally thought to work with one photo, but I really wanted to work with this multicolor heart page, and the photo I had originally picked just really didn't go with that. So I instead am using another photo, but it is a one photo layout just because it's the only photo I had of this particular story. I did go ahead and mat that on the reddish tone on tone paper. And so what I did was I went ahead and I fussy cut out a bunch of these animal heads, but I'm not actually going to use them as animal heads. I'm just going to use the edges of them to create a multicolor scallop. So I often talk about making your stuff work for you. Now, it's not like I have anything against animal heads. In fact, I'm going to use one on a die cut, but I wanted a little bit of edging to this photo, a little bit of softness, because it's very angular with the geometric mat pattern. So I'm like, well, I don't necessarily need to use a page full of deer heads plus or animal heads, plus there's a bunch of them in the die cuts as well. So why don't I just use it as a scallop? I'm going to decide to go ahead and ink the edges of all my papers and my die cuts in Hickory Smoke Distress ink. That's my favorite ink uh, to edge my papers in. I usually use it. And so once I do all of that and my die cuts, I'm going to go ahead and start to glue everything down. This is a really quick layout. It went really fast. I kept it pretty simple simply because there's a ton of going on here. So I do if there's a lot of pattern, I don't embellish a lot. If there's not a lot of pattern, I might throw everything on the page. So, but that's just my style. I am also going to add a third die cut, this floral pattern. I am going to trim that in half, put the bigger part down at the bottom there, and that's also where my journaling is going to go. So before I went to the crop, I found a whole bunch of my LE Studio labels, and I just chucked them in my bag, and they really are great. If you're someone who likes to journal on labels, I cannot recommend Ellie's Studio enough. She has wonderful colors and different sizes and everything like that. So I'm going to go ahead, ink that one up as well, and get that down on my paper, as I said, right next to that floral die cut. I also pull out one of the flare. This is a folklore floral, and that's this line, Norwegian Woods. It's very folkloric. It's got lots of cute woodland creatures and great uh, colors. Very not super duper fall because there is that light blue, so it could definitely be used for other seasons. And now I've moved on to my title. I use a glitter teal Fitzgerald font for the word puppy. And then I have this older black tile. It came from a Scraptastic kit when Scraptastic was a kit club. I think they do planner stuff now. So my entire title is Purse Puppy. The story here is one day I was watching, my nephew babysat this dog, sat this dog last summer as his summer job, but there was some scheduling issues and I had to take her with me and I had to run in really quick to Joann's, and I ended up just going ahead and bringing the dog with me in this little tote bag. I mean, I was literally running in and out, but I didn't want to leave her in the car. So that's why it's called Purse Puppy. So I go ahead and I'm going to add that uh, smaller piece of floral that I cut, and I'm chatting while I'm doing this. Someone was asking me about what I keep my wood veneer in. That is from the Container Store actually, and I'm going to use bone wood veneer pieces and add those to, I think I had two of them. maybe 3, 2, nope, just 2, woohoo. And then I'm almost done here. Thank you guys so much for joining me here. I am going to do one last thing, and that is use Jenny B Blue Mist by Shimmers to do a little spattering. All right, if you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.